Blessings. So today we're talking about Pertho, and it's been an amazing journey for sure. I still don't necessarily have a full understanding, but I'm starting to get one. Anyhow, so this is what I utilize to activate the rune. I on Etsy, which I fucking love Etsy. It's so amazing. So someone made these like replica dice. Out of American bison bone, which is really cool. And so then I on some homemade paper I made the let me get it in there. Yeah, so I made the Pertho rune, the shape. And it's I get the this is what some have considered the mother birthing stance, and being that my last two children, we did an unassisted home birth, so I was there, and my wife was on the couch, and she wasn't standing, but she was definitely like leaning, and I was there to catch our babies, which was pretty amazing. So yeah, I get that, and then there's a sexual energy to it. Definitely, because I'm like, I've really been working on not on sexual desire, in a sense, like the attraction. I definitely like a nice shapely ass. So and there's certain beauty's beauty. Come on, let's be real. But there's like this kind of hunger and yearning for it that I'm just like, I don't want that. I don't need that. I have a beautiful goddess who I love beyond words. So she's just amazing. I'm fulfilled, and yet like there's still that ingrained, that program, that condition, that fucking hook. And so like I've really actively been working on it, and for the most part, like I'm not even pulled. My thoughts are not even pulled. It's like this: seeing a beautiful woman would be equal to seeing a hairy plumber's ass under the sink. Like it's just it is what it is. Without that drive, without that yearning, that thrusting, shall we say? So anyhow, I've been working on that, and for the most part, it hasn't even rippled my mind lately. But then, as soon as so here I am, here it is. This is another common understanding is it's like the dice cup, right here. So here you go. Here's your lot cup, and you're throwing your dice. So this is what I use to activate Pertho in my life. And so ever since then, among many things, is that yearning coming back, and it just so happens that one day I just 3 times, like right in a row, which is not regular, I don't believe, in my experience, but 3 times in a row I was like totally like checking out some sister's beautiful behind, like woohoo, man. And then I felt that thrusting, and then so it's like here again, I'm like, here's this opportunity for me to acknowledge that. All right, I can see that. I can see that hunger. I can see that desire. And I can move past it. I'm like, right? So in some ways, for me, Pertho is kind of like shaking the dice in the mind, like shaking things up, I guess you can say, and then letting it out. Like I'm open for anything that's creating a sickness, or anything that's creating blocks or distortions, or just draining, whatever it is, whatever that is, that it's just like yeah, maybe there's something I'm benefiting by getting caught up in this hunger, but in reality, fuck, man, come on. This shit sucks. It sucks. Because not only, like, so this is like the rational mind kicking in now, and I'm just talking about this particular instance with sexual desire, shall we say. But there's a lot of things that have been coming up. That's just the one that I'm thinking about right now, so I'm sharing it with you guys. So not only is it like disruptive and draining, right? Because it's not like I would do anything, right? But there would just be this like entanglements of just sickness, where I know you can't really see what I'm doing right now, but I'm actually like feeling that texture, that energy in my, my lower sexual areas, that energy. Utilizing the yogic tradition, it's like that second chakra stuff, but intertwined with the first and third. First being like the primal needs and the biological, continuation. There's basic survival needs, things of that nature, but then there's the power of the third chakra, like how we use our will and our strength, and this is like our gut energy, and then but all focused around the third chakra or the second chakra, which is that desires and the yearning and reproduction. It's all that good stuff. Which is good. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, it could be unhealthy, definitely, and draining and creating sickness and imbalance, and I don't want that part of it. So not only does it disrupt us in that way, but it also like affects our relationship with the opposite, the female. For me, the female, or whatever. If you're gay, then whatever it is, whatever that other energy is, shall we say? That need, like that hunger, that it creates a layer, and not necessarily a positive layer between that relationship, when it could grow into something beautiful on its own accord without that sexual second chakra dominant relationship being in the mix. Because we connect at all the layers of our being, all layers, however you want to look at it, right? We're extending the self to include all. So it's a lot more than just that second energy, that sexual energy. So, all right, so that's that. The posture, I've come across it. This is the way I like it, where you're seated, your legs are up, and your arms are up, and there you go. There's your symbol, right? And it creates this is a powerful position because there's tension. Right, I have to hold my torso up. I have to hold my arms up. So there's this like tension and pressure that builds and builds and builds. And then this is also like this takes a little strength, but also there's balance involved as well. Yeah, and just hold it and feel it. Feel how it flows. Feel it, experience it in a real way. How does it feel? How does your body feel in this posture? And then, of course, pay attention to the thoughts that are dominant, and see what you're thinking. Pay attention. Don't let all this stuff, this background programming, to rule you. Determine. What thoughts are popping up? So, yeah. And then the rune, the sound, the Galdr mantra, I don't know what to call it actually. It's flower. I'm looking out at our little garden. We have a little balcony. my my wife. I don't know if you can see it. There's two little flowers, a little sunflower and a I don't remember that other one name. Yeah, I don't remember. But and then we got a little calendula there too. The what was I going to say? All right, so the sound. Of course, just how I normally do with it, just stick with that initial. Just move with that. Feel it. How does it affect you energetically? How does it feel, like in your chest, your lungs? Because you're stopping, exhaling, stopping, exhaling, over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. So that has an effect. And of course, the sequence, the rhythm that we take to get there will affect us in different ways, right? So if this leads into, a sense of beatboxing with your mouth, I guess. And I am not familiar with the techniques on that or anything, but I just felt all of a sudden that there's different regions in our mouth, when we just play with that. When we can let the air build up and come out in different ways with the formation of the lips, so, and it's all just that sense of playing with P, the sound of P, 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 and you just can move with it. I'm not going to pretend to do some rap here or anything, but I'd imagine that those that are already in that disposition, that have that enjoyment, then yeah, man, this is a cool Rune vibration sound to work with. And then the second way that I was working with it was slower. I don't know if you'll be able to pick up the sound, but of course just the exhaling with the P sound. So, you go all the way down till you come to that place of charged emptiness, in a sense. Like there's this, before the exhale, before the inhale, there's this moment. So you hang in there for a second. You experience that openness. But then as you inhale too, there's a way to make the sound, and it's I don't even know if I can do it on camera here, but so you're inhaling. So I'm inhaling and closing my lip, and then opening it. It opens, making that sound. And it just has a different effect. So that's the another thing you can do that I've found useful in experiencing certain kind of energies, which could be used for whatever. That's the cool thing about it. All right. So be well and be blessed, and I'll see you next video. Oh, blessings. So today we're talking about